Hi there and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Rob. I'm an English teacher with the Balkan School of Languages, which is a language school based in the French-speaking part of Switzerland. And this channel is dedicated to helping you improve your English language skills. Today's video, we're tackling a tricky topic of articles. If you're not sure what an article is, you have two different types of article. You have the definite article, which is the word the, and the indefinite article, and in English you have two options. You have a or an. So join us today as we try to break down the differences between these, help you know when you need to use them, when you don't need to use them, and help you improve your language in the process. So without further ado, let's go. So a quick explanation about when you use each one generally. So the indefinite article, or an, is used when you introduce new information. For example, I read an interesting report last week. So here, report is mentioned for the first time. The, or the definite article, is used when you're speaking about something defined. That's why we call it the definite article. So we know what it is you're talking about. For example, I read the report you gave me last week. So here, the report we're speaking about is defined. We know which one, so we need the definite article, which is the. And importantly in English, which is where a lot of people make mistakes, when you're speaking generally, you don't need an article at all. For example, reports are sent out 4 times a year. Here, we're just speaking in general. So it's important here that it's general. We're not speaking about a specific group of reports. We're speaking in general, so we don't need an article at all. Now, a or an. You might think you know when you need to use each one, but let's see if that's really the case. So I'll give you some nouns, and you can use this as a little test to say if you need a or if you need an. So the word company. Is it a or an? A company. Okay, it's an easy start. The word agenda. Yes, it's an. Okay, so far so good. The word euro. I think a lot of you are probably saying an, but the answer is a. It's a euro. And I'll give you another one. And the other one is hour, in the sense 60 minutes. This is an hour. So these ones people might be confused because you often learn that it's based on the spelling of the word. And that is used with consonants and an is used with vowels. But it's based on the sound that you make, not on the spelling. So the word euro, the sound you make, it's like a Y sound. And this is a consonant in English. So, because you make a consonant sound, you need a euro. It's the same for the word university. It's a university, not an university. It's difficult to say, for me anyway. So it's logical, really, from this perspective. But just remember that you have a few words where it's not based on the spelling. If you follow the spelling, you'll be right most of the time, but it's based on the sound that you make. Another example with an could be when you have an acronym. For example, MBA. You would say an MBA because the M, it's an E sound that you make. So just be careful. If you follow the spelling, you'll be right most of the time, but it's not exactly that. It's more based on the sound. So with the, as I mentioned before, it's something which is defined. And you have lots of different contexts, but essentially from the context, you know the thing that we're referring to. It's not being introduced for the first time. But where most people have problems is that in English, as I said at the beginning, when you're speaking generally, you don't use the definite article. So let me give you some examples to see if that can help to clarify. I got the emails you sent yesterday. We need the definite article because we know which emails you're referring to. But we try to reply to emails within 24 hours. Here we're speaking generally. We're not speaking about a specific set of emails. We're speaking about all emails in general, so there's no definite article. No article at all, in fact. Some other examples where we see common mistakes could be: the information in this report gives us the power to target our advertising. So we're being specific. We're defining information and power. Two uncountable nouns, but we need definite articles here. Compare this to information is power. This is a general statement, a general declaration, something which is generally true. Here we're speaking generally, so we don't need the definite article. Some other examples where we could commonly see mistakes could be: jobs are hard to find these days. Not the jobs, just jobs, because we're speaking generally. Or time is money. Not the time is the money, because we're speaking about time in general and money in general. So these are the rules. I know it's not that simple to follow, particularly because in other languages you use the definite article even when you're speaking generally. A lot of people, I find, just remove the definite article completely in their written English, which is not what you should do. You really need to think, is it defined? Do we know what one we're speaking about? Or am I speaking generally? So there we go. That's it. Use this as a reference to come back to. If you found the video useful, please consider liking the video and sharing with family and friends. You can subscribe to our channel. In the video description below, there are links to lots of other videos that we've made on grammar and vocabulary, etc. Thanks for taking the time to watch the video, and until next time, goodbye.